Welcome to Journey to Joy Live, a podcast to promote wellness, resilience, and inspire joy. Be empowered to balance your mental, physical, financial, aspirational, and social health while providing mental health awareness and breaking down the stigma of mental illness in the Black community. I'm your host, Dr. If Joy, and I'm here to help you transform life's challenges into opportunities for joy. Let's begin the journey together. Happy New Year! It is 2026, and Journey to Joy Live is in episode 131, The Joy Reset. Beginning again without burning out. Because anytime we have a new year, we are always thinking about the new you, New Year's resolutions. How am I going to be greater and better and make this year better than the last year? It's always about beginning again. How about we just focus on resetting and not burning out? How about that? How was your New Year's Eve? Mine was great. Of course, I stayed up late like half the world. Half the world stays up late and does New Year's shenanigans. The other half of the world goes to sleep. I did a social media fast for about 14 hours, and that was because I'm a Stranger Things fan, and the series finale was on at 8 p.m. And so I said, I'm not watching anything on social media because my whole news feed is all Strangers thing, and I didn't want any spoilers. Why? Why wasn't I watching it live on Netflix? Because we bought tickets to go see it in theater today at noon. Hence why the 14-hour delay. But it was super exciting and super worth it for the social media fast. And it was a great series finale for all you Stranger Things fans out there. Woohoo! So anyhow, hope you had a great New Year's Eve and starting out this New Year's as reset as possible as you can. Because think about, we need a new year. We have a new year, but we always think about new year, new me. I'm going to do better. And it's like so much pressure, but we don't need a new you. We just need to nourish the real you. And as you may know, I have the Enjoyno, Nurturing Authentic Living, the Enjoyno instead of a journal. It's an Enjoyno. And it is to help you become more authentic, and is using the Inspire Joy method to help you do that. So it comes with lots of self-care tips, 100 positive affirmations, therapeutic worksheets, and we go through the Inspire Joy method because it is the way that you are able to balance your mental, physical, financial, aspirational, and social health, as well as resilience and empowerment. And this has been on sale all month of December. The sale ended yesterday, but I haven't been able to go change that. So technically, if you're watching right now, you can still get the Joy Bundle for $35. Otherwise, once I go back in there and change it, when you go to my website, it is $45 for the Joy Bundle. So that is the Enjoyno along with the Inspire Joy for the wife, mom, boss, balancing it all without losing yourself. Because let's get real. When you have the roles of a wife, a mom, and a boss, it can get a little hard. But I have to say, writing this book has been therapeutic because it really has helped me be able to deal with these multiple roles. So, what are you going to do for the New Year's? Are you trying to think of New Year's resolutions? Are you trying to be a new you? Or are you just trying to be the real you? Do you feel like you're able to be the authentic you? Are you able to live your true self? Are you in alignment with yourself? I talked about alignment with one of my guests a couple weeks ago. It's about aligning our body, mind, and spirit. Are you aligned with all those aspects of your life? The mental health, the physical health, the social health, feeling connected, the aspirational health, knowing your dreams and being in line with what you really want to do in life, as well as your financial health. That's the last one. So the Joy Reset is a return to alignment, not just achievement. This year, instead of resolutions, let's walk through the 7 pillars of the Inspire Joy method, which is your roadmap to resetting with peace and purpose and starting this year out not already burnt out. We like to think of a new year as a way to start over and as a way to be able to reset. And so, if we break down resetting mentally and resetting from a physical standpoint, you are able to actually be able to craft how you are going to do that. You have to have actual steps and goals of how you're going to do that so that you can be successful. Because a lot of people, day one, they say they're going to do something and they don't end up doing it. And a month later, 2 months later, maybe 3 months later, back to their old ways. So before we move forward with our joy reset, we have to get honest about where we are, who we are, self reflection, self awareness, reset your mind. Where is your mind at? Is it clouded with negative thoughts, with negativity, negative affirmations? It sounds like an oxymoron, but when you affirm yourself negatively or you criticize yourself, all that's doing is setting you back. But you have to reset your mind, reframe your thoughts, reframe what you are automatically thinking about. A lot of times we are automatically thinking something negative and we don't even realize it because we're just so used to it. Resetting your mind. So reflect on your thought patterns that keep you stuck in the burnout. What are you automatically thinking about? Is it, I'm not enough? I haven't done enough. And the enjoinal helps you through that. That integrity section, that first section, goes through how to shift your thoughts from negative thoughts to positive thoughts, from negative emotions to positive emotions, to have a gratitude shift and to start to think, what am I grateful of? Spoke about that a few weeks ago, as well as getting through your past traumas. So you can use the enjoinal to do a thought shift exercise, but otherwise, write down one draining thought that you might have each day. Start to recognize it. Is it a consistent draining thought that you have? Rewrite it through gratitude or self compassion. So if it's that automatic thought is, I haven't done enough. I mean, that's just going to make you feel like you need to do more, like you need to do everything for everyone at all times. So if you reframe that with gratitude and self compassion, and you're thinking, I haven't done enough, I haven't been enough. Well, wait a minute. If I have self compassion, I have done enough. Why do I think I haven't done enough? So reframing that thought, resetting your mind is very important when it comes to the joy reset. So, what automatic thought are you having that you need to get rid of, that you need to reframe, that you need to reset in order to have your joy reset? So, that is integrity in your journal. Reset your mind through your thoughts, your emotions, and through gratitude and facing your traumas that haunt you. There's a whole section called trauma yields because trauma doesn't just have to yield pain, it can yield strength and it can yield the ability to be able to move beyond what you have been through, to be able to conquer future traumas and to be able to conquer the past so that it is not continuing to haunt you and make you feel like you're weak. So use the integrity session to journal through your mental resets. Every day there has to be some type of mental reset that you should have. And the simplest way of doing that mental reset is to think about, what draining thought am I having right now? We're thinking all the time. There's never a time when we're not thinking. So there's usually easy to find a thought that's draining you. If you find that there's no thoughts draining you, great, more power to you. Let's move on to the next section. But there's usually a thought that's draining you, and you have the power to reset it and change that thought. The next section is to nurture, reset your body. First have to reset our mind, because how are we going to reset our body if our minds aren't together or cluttered with negative thoughts? Joy can't live in exhaustion, and joy definitely can't live in burnout. Reset your body, whatever that means. Are you always on the go? Everybody needs a break. Even me. I feel like I'm contradicting myself because I literally had like what I call a don't know day. My mom used to always call this growing up. We're just gonna have a don't know day, which means you don't know what you're gonna do. So last Sunday, I wasn't on call. I didn't have anything to do. I literally sat on the couch the whole day with my sister and just watched Netflix. And it felt good, but what was missing from that reset day is that I didn't work out. So, and maybe if I added the workout, it probably would have also felt good, but I just felt more and more tired the more I just sat there. So maybe resetting your body doesn't mean you're on the couch the whole day. There's balances to our rest. So get some rest, go blah, but also what else do you need to do to reset your body? Because resetting your body isn't always about 8 hours of sleep. Well, you need the 8 hours of sleep, but it's not always just about that. And it's definitely not about being on the couch for 12 hours straight. So we all deserve that. I don't feel bad for it. I'm just saying I needed to have also worked out that day. So in the physical health section, it's definitely about the rest, watching what you put in your body, as well as making sure you're keeping up with doctor's appointments and those medications that you need to take, taking them if there's side effects, talking to your doctor about them. And then, of course, the exercise, 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 exercise. Yes, there are days I don't work out. I didn't work out today. I just told you I didn't work out Sunday, but I do try to work out as much as I can because I know that that is the joy reset that I need. Working out, running, strength training, whatever it is, gets me 0 to 100 from stress to joy every time. So sometimes the joy reset isn't just about exercise for you. Maybe it is sleeping all day. Maybe that is what helps you. Maybe it is making sure you alter your diet so that the itis doesn't get to you and you're drained because what you put in your body determines how you experience joy and stress as well. What you don't put in your body determines how you experience joy and stress as well. So schedule rest appointments. When are you going to rest? Whether it's 15 minutes of stillness, that counts too. You have to incorporate rest the same way you have to incorporate exercise, the same way you have to be intentional about what you're putting in your body and what you're not putting in your body. So when it comes to this joy reset in the new year, be intentional. Make appointments with yourself. Put yourself on the priority list. Inspire Joy for the Wife Mom Boss is about putting yourself back on the priority list. Do that. You deserve it. Heck, even if you're a husband, father boss, you can still benefit from this book. Or maybe you'll understand your wife who's a wife mom boss if you get the book. But anyhow, use the daily self-care tracker to make rest non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable. You have to rest, and exercise is a part of that rest. You are resting your mind from overthinking or from turning into a panic attack or anxiety because the similar system is occurring when you are exercising than when you are feeling anxious and having a panic attack. You're in the fight or flight mode, you have increased heart rate, you have all this energy, but yet it's like hitting a wall because you're anxious about something that's probably not even happening, or if it is happening, it's an over exaggeration of the response that you really need based on the situation. So when you exercise, you're able to funnel that energy, that anxious energy into the field that it needs to help you with your mental reset. So that mind body connection, yeah, that's important because fatigue definitely feels anxiety. When you are tired, you're more stressed out. When you're tired, you are worrying more, and when you are worrying more, you're not your best self. And joy is not there, and say hello to all the stress. So reset your body. Definitely important to reset your body. So stability in the Inspire Joy method. We talked about the I and the N. Integrity, N is nurture. Integrity is the resetting your mind. Nurture, resetting your body. The S, stability, resetting your finances. So we have to reset our mind, reset our body, and reset our finances. Yes, there is a section on financial health in the Enjoinal. Reset your finances. What is it you need to clean up? Because financial anxiety, especially after the holidays, definitely has a weight on your mental health. Did you spend too much money for the holidays on decorations or on get togethers or on food? or on all kinds of things, we need to reset our budget. Review your January budget through the lens of values. What supports your joy? Not just your bills. Yes, make sure your bills are paid. Yes, make sure you work on chipping away at that debt. But what supports your joy? Budget for joy. Do you budget for joy? Budgeting for joy doesn't mean $1,000 a week or on a spa day. Ooh, I don't even do that. I wish. But it could just mean going out for a walk or running. And that doesn't cost that much to do that. Going out for a walk, I don't think that costs anything. Maybe if you're going to drive somewhere, it costs a little bit of gas. But what gives you joy and budget for it? What supports your joy? And that's how you reset your finances. So we're resetting our mind, we're resetting our body, and we're resetting our finances through stability and through financial health. The P in inspire is purpose. Reset your vision. Because a lot of times we neglect our purpose and what we really want. Your goals should match your grace level, not your guilt level. We do a lot of things in guilt, especially as wife, mom, bosses. Oh, I haven't done enough. Oh, I'm not enough. Oh, I need to do this for that person. Like guilt. It's just based on the level of guilt. The higher your guilt, the more you do. But what about the grace that you give yourself? The more grace you have, the matching goals to the grace that you have, that sounds a little bit more joyful than matching your goals to the level of guilt. So as you go into this new year and you want a joy reset, what kind of grace can you give yourself? And we're not talking about just not having responsibilities. Obviously, that's not the case. We're talking about how to maintain our joy, refuse burnout, and be intentional about how we welcome grace and putting ourselves back on the priority list. So I invite you to choose intentions over resolutions. I mean, a resolution, I don't know why people really knock those. A resolution is a firm decision to do something, to change something. So your firm decision to change something is about your joy reset, is about being intentional in making sure you have your mind reset, your body reset, your financial reset, your vision reset. So whatever you call it, stick to it. Have the intention, pay attention to it. I was just talking about how I went on a 14-hour social media fast because I didn't want to see Stranger Things stuff. I had to be intentional. I'm like, I just realized how much I go on social media automatically. I had to be intentional about not going on it. So it definitely takes intention to do something different, and it takes consistency. Again, I had the wrong motives for fasting from social media, so that wasn't for long. But it's not like social media gets to me mentally. So I just didn't want any spoilers for Stranger Things. Okay. So the other I in inspire, intimacy, reset your relationships. We're resetting our mind. We're resetting our bodies. We're resetting our finances. We're resetting our vision to get our joy reset. And we are resetting our relationships. We can't pour into others when we're emotionally overdrawn. There's some people in your life that you need to stay away from. Identify your joy people, the ones who refill your cup, not the ones who drain your cup, and spend intentional time with them. The kids kind of go back and forth whether they're going to drain your cup or refill your cup. You can't just be away from them, okay? Your mom, your dad, your parent, whoever you are. But that's why you need to have your own personal space and time so that you can go back and give your all to your kids. But anyhow, outside of your kids, socially, who are your joy people? Who drains your cup versus who fills your cup? Who do you need to intentionally not give your time to versus who do you need to spend intentional time with because they refill your cup, your joy every time? So if you use the intimacy prompts in the chapter, you can map out which relationships nurture you versus drain you. So think about that. How can you reset your mind? How can you reset your body? Reset your finances, reset your vision, your relationships. And that's the 5 crucial health areas, right? So our mind, mental health, our body, physical health, finances, financial health, purpose, aspirational health, intimacy, our social health. But then there's the two foundations that cover all of that. How do I glue together these five crucial health areas? Resetting my mind, my body, my finances, my vision, and my relationships. Well, you need the R and the E of the inspire. Resilience and empowerment. Resilience is so key. Now, some people are like resilience, really resilience. Yeah, you're born with it. Great. It can be learned. It's literally bouncing back from setbacks. Setbacks aren't stop signs. Just because you have a challenge or a stressor or a trauma, it doesn't mean stop. You can no longer live life in joy. It's a strength trainer. Going back to the exercise. When you exercise, are you lifting feathers? Or are you challenging yourself by lifting weights to get stronger? So think of resilience or think of challenges as strength trainers rather than stop signs. So resilience tells you that, okay, that's all right. Life be life and life comes with the stress. So that's okay. I'm going to learn. What can I learn from this? Instead of taking a loss, the L can be a lesson. What can I learn from this? How can I get stronger? Because when you exercise, you getting stronger from those heavy weights. And when your muscles get used to a certain level of weight, you increase the weight on purpose so you can get stronger. Yeah, of course, we're not out there in life looking for more stressors, but let's be real, stressors are going to come. So, how can I learn from this so I can get stronger? So, when it comes back again, it will come. One of the things I was thinking about this earlier a couple weeks ago because we're like, oh my God. So was that 2024? 2024, we had a lot of financial hardship, a lot of financial hardship. It was terrible. That was probably what helped my financial health chapter because we had a lot of financial hardship. 2025 has been better, but then I'm like, okay, something's going to pop up. Sure enough, our car starts making a noise or start shaking and stuff like that. So we have to get it repaired. Of course, the bill's $10,000. Of course it is. So my husband freaks out right away. I'm like, honey, it's okay. It's just met. It's just gonna happen. I'm not gonna stress about this. So like when life starts going well, that means trials are gonna happen because you're either gonna be tested or it's just our way to boost our resilience and get stronger. So just remember that and have a bounce back plan. We're being intentional about this joy reset. What is your bounce back plan? What are three things that can help you recover when you feel off center, when a challenge comes? How can you be prepared for that? Is there a cocktail that you can go to? Not the cocktail that you're thinking about right now. I know you had a lot of cocktails last night for New Year's Eve. I mean a cocktail of gratitude, positive affirmations, exercise, eating healthy, getting some rest, grounding, things like that. Because it's not just one thing that's going to help you ground yourself in your bounce back plan when you reach a challenge. There's going to be multiple things. So, what's your go to? That's why you need the enjoy so you can go back, flip real quick. Okay, this is my plan. This is what I need to do the next time something comes or when the stressor comes. When you're stressed out, you're not thinking. That's why you need a list of gratitude. You need a list of things that you are going to do so that you already have it planned when it happens because you're not thinking. So you can use the resilience reflections to track your growth after challenges as well and how to do better once another challenge comes. So, joy reset, resetting our mind, resetting our body, resetting our finances, resetting our vision, resetting our relationships. And resilience is all about resetting your response. Reset your response to things. When something bad happens, are you going to say, I hate this. I don't know what I'm going to do. I suck. Why me? Or are you going to say, I got this? Where can I go for the solution? How did I conquer this before? If it's new, who's somebody else that conquered it? And what can I do to get through this time? Reset your response, how you respond to trauma and how you respond to stress. It is possible. Lastly, with the empowerment, reset your energy. We're resetting our minds, our bodies, our finances, our vision, our relationships. We're resetting our response. And lastly, we are resetting our energy. Empowerment is energy that comes from the alignment of all these things, of our mental, physical, financial, social, aspirational health. It's the alignment, not approval. Alignment, not approval. Why are you looking for external approval when you can approve yourself from within? Give yourself permission to start softly and say no more often. I have a podcast episode in a couple of weeks coming up about being able to say no. So be sure to watch that as well. But give yourself permission to be empowered to say no and do the things that you want to do. So how are you doing with this joy reset? Say, I release the rush. I reclaim my rhythm. I reset with joy. And you can continue to do that with your joy reset in the new year, 2026. Reset your joy. Just focus on that and focus on the details of the Inspire Joy method and of each levels of reset. And the Enjoyno can help you through that. Like I said, for those listening today, I still have it on sale for $35, the Joy Bundle with the Enjoyno and the Inspire Joy method. The Enjoyno and the Inspire Joy for the Wife Mom Boss is still on sale for $35. That's a secret. I didn't change the price yet, so you can still buy it now. But think about how you can reset your joy. And that's one way to do it, is to be intentional and to work for your joy, because it doesn't just fall naturally. What falls naturally is stress and anxiety and the challenges. But be ready with your resilience and your empowerment, and by resetting each of your levels of who you are. You got this. Thank you all for listening. Happy New Year. This has been an Enjoy Life production. If you're in a crisis, don't hesitate. Call, text, or chat 988 for immediate support. Please note, this podcast is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional treatment. If you're looking for therapy or medication management through Enjoy Life, visit www.drenjoylife.com to request a consultation. I'm licensed in 12 states. I accept Aetna in Georgia, Florida, and Virginia. Be sure to grab your copy of the Enjoyno to help you on your wellness journey. Also check out Inspire Joy for the Wife Mom Boss to help you balance it all without losing yourself. Better yet, get the full Joy Bundle for just $45. Remember, Journey to Joy Live is every Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, may you continue to transform stress into joy.